Hello, and welcome to the 166th edition of Beer Issues. My name is Matt Bruckert, and I'm coming to you live here from Casa de Bruckert, where we're going to be having another very good beer, and a local beer. So we have our Drink Local sign out. Today we're going to be having the Bowigens, but not just any Bowigens beer. We're going to be having the 7-Layer Stout, which is a milk stout. So let's go ahead and pour this, and we'll talk about this beer. First of all, the beer clocks in on Beer Advocate as 89 out of 100, which would put it at the very height of very good beer into the outstanding category. Now, I've had this beer many times before, and I would put it in the outstanding category because it is an excellent milk stout, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pour it out into this beautiful Bowigens beer glass, okay? So you see it is a typical stout, milk stout, ultra dark. There is a little bit of hint, if you hold it up into the light, you get a little bit of almost like lighter color, but for the most part it's black, okay? You get a perfect off-white head that's maintaining itself, as you can see. If we swirl it, you get nice lacing, which is still sticking to the glass here. So that's, as we discussed, a sign of a good beer. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to smell it. So right off the bat, you're getting chocolate malt. Just chocolatey goodness. It almost smells like a really good, you know how if you get a chocolate milk, a good chocolate milk, I'm not talking about just this, junky stuff. I'm talking about like a really good, high quality chocolate milk, and it has that wonderful kind of dark chocolatey smell. That's kind of what you get in this. You get a little bit of the malty scent also, but really it's a nice chocolate malt scent. So you're gonna ask, what is a milk stout, right? A milk stout just means it's a stout that's brewed with lactose, okay, which is milk sugar. Okay, so basically when they make the stout, they use milk sugar to make the beer. Okay, so lactose is a type of milk sugar, and with a milk stout, they can usually do chocolatey or some milk stouts very coffee flavor, but either way it goes, I like them both ways. I've had both, and some of them you get a combination of the two with the chocolate and the coffee. So actually, there's something about a milk stout that I really enjoy. So let's go ahead and try this. Oh, that is just so delicious. Now, sometimes they'll call a milk stout also a cream stout. So it's kind of used interchangeably between a milk stout and a cream stout, but it's the same basic premise between the two. It's just different names. The taste follows the smell. You get a really nice chocolatey, with a sweetness that somewhere like towards the end, there's a little bit of a bitterness. But the bitterness is nice, so it doesn't leave that sweet, overly sweet taste that you could get in a milk stout. That bitterness at the end kind of just smooths it out and levels it out to make it an excellent representation of a milk stout. And Bowigens, I'm telling you, they make some good beers, and we're going to be having more of their beers, but they're getting ready to open up a new location in Avalon Park for all you local people here. They've got the main brewery, which is the original brewery, the small one, up in Castleberry. Then they did their production facility up in Longwood, and now they have a new one that's opening in Avalon Park, which should be opening, I think, within the next few weeks, from what I understand. I got an inside source on that, so hopefully the inside source is good. This is an excellent beer. And just to tell you, it's not just me that likes this. This beer has actually won multiple awards, okay? For in 2017, 2018, and 2019, it got, I think they got gold for the best of Florida. And I think in 2018, it was the best of craft beer. And in 2018, this beer also won a U.S. Open Gold in the beer championships for the U.S. So it's not just me that thinks this is a great beer. Now the beer is 5.5% alcohol, so you're not gonna. It's not like a beer you're gonna, drink and be all tipsy and stuff like this. It's not real high in alcohol, but most milk stouts aren't. They say the perfect temperature to serve this beer is at 52 degrees. And I think I'm drinking it a little bit cooler than that, just because I got it out, but I didn't give it enough time to set like I normally would a stout, to let it sit to warm up a little bit. So, but boy, the taste is wonderful. Now the beer has 33 IBUs, or international bitter units. So that's probably where that kind of bitter at the end that we're tasting, which is a welcome thing in a beer. You don't think of, I want bitter in my beer unless you're thinking about a hoppy beer. But a little bit of beer to cut the sweetness at the end is sometimes a nice quality in a beer. So they do outstanding beer here at Bowigens. The 7-layer stout, in my opinion, one of the best beers they make. But we'll be having other Bowigens beers because we were nice enough. Our friend Jim was able to get us some of these beers. So I said, well, we got these beers. We're going to do some beer issues. So I'm going to do this. I've got another one. I'll be coming up probably maybe next week. We'll be having another one of their beers just to kind of top out a couple of beers for their, soon to be opening in Avalon Park. Now, if you enjoyed this, make sure you tell your friends about Beer Issues and how much fun we're having talking about beer and drinking great beer. And if you want any cool gear, like this great Beer Issues hat or great Beer Issues t-shirt or any other gear, go to shop.beerissues.com. You can get that. And as my wife likes to say, I have beer issues.